A very good morning and welcome back to another daily market update. My name is Fabio and the markets have been moving amazing, guys. Amazing price action overall here on euro dollar. You guys know what we have been looking for, and finally it has happened. Euro USD to 1.06, the dollar back down into 105.420. Massive movements in the market. Yesterday's video as well, NZDUSD hit my TP. It was literally the title of the video stating I am in an NZDUSD buy today. Now, before I dive into these major dollar pairs, let's go over the headlines real quick and the fundamentals which are causing this upside push on Euro USD and those other XAUUSD pairs. Now, first of all, Secretary of Commerce Lutnick says he thinks Trump will meet Mexico, Canada in the middle on tariffs. He is going to probably be announcing that tomorrow. Then we have here on the second part, Trump provides strong indications that Russia is prepared for peace. Obviously, this is good for the euro, as the euro is very dependent on peace between Russia and Ukraine. And then third of all, we have Germany planning to invest 500 billion US dollars into infrastructure. And last of all, we have China fighting till it dies regarding tariffs. So a lot of heavy statements in favor of the euro, in favor of the Australian dollar, in favor of the NZD. Everything is pretty much lining up against the dollar since yesterday. So a lot of massive announcements, which are now causing Euro USD to push up higher, as we have been anticipating for such a long time. Now, again, guys, you can go and watch back videos from weeks ago. You guys know it. Here we had the weekly fractal structure break. This here was our weekly fractal low. This here was our weekly fractal high. We made a retracement all the way back down into discount over here with this wick, which was a daily demand zone. And then we took liquidity underneath this internal low. So absolutely beautiful scenes to see, and Euro USD seems like it does not want to slow down until it reaches around 1.075, which is this weekly area of supply. Now, at this point in time, we've seen a weekly fractal break once again, guys. This is now your weekly fractal break over here, and that now means that this here is our weekly fractal low, and that this is now your weekly area of demand. So ideally, what you now want to do is you want to wait with any further longs on Euro USD until we see a retracement into that demand zone, and then, for example, another long position. Okay, so what I'm now waiting for is pretty much the fact, okay, we can get into some more longs, but do keep in mind these are not going to be swing positions. These are more intraday positions, and it would be more ideal to wait for shorts from that weekly supply zone or longs from that weekly area of demand. Now, I understand a lot of you don't have the patience for that, so let's dive into the daily time frame. Now, here on the daily time frame, again, we can very clearly see that we had that break of structure down. Here we had another break of structure down. Here we had the break of structure up, and now we've seen another break of structure up. Again, this is my clear area of demand. This is a very strong area of demand because it liquidated this low one more time. It even made me very impatient at the time because Euro USD was just moving sideways and consolidating, hence why I moved my eggs into NZDUSD, which also played out very well. But overall, Euro USD is still in a bullish trend, so I would not advise shorting this just yet until we really see some slowdown here within the market overall. Now, obviously, we can see this very heavy push in towards the upside, but you don't just want to be randomly shorting it. No, we want to wait preferably for that daily area of demand to get hit. So we need to hit, or supply, excuse me, to get hit. So the most immediate and next area of supply are this supply zone over here and this supply zone over here, which we are nearly inside of. And then from there, what you will be looking at is a 4-hour slowdown, because we've now also seen the 4-hour break of structure happen over here. So this is the 4-hour BOS. This here is the swing low, and then somewhere over here you would expect a swing high, because after a break of structure, what do you expect? You expect a pullback at some point in time, because the market will not remain impulsively or just impulsing forever and ever. So now what you would want to see is like the overall trends start to slow down, maybe some corrective price action, and then wait for the 4-hour change of character to trade the correction back down in towards that daily demand zone. But overall, I mean, Euro USD, I have already made my money on the dollar for this month, for March, with that NZDUSD TP hit. So again, I don't need to force any trades on this euro. That's kind of like what I'm trying to say. Like, I can stick to the higher time frame, and I can just now afford myself, because I got into those other moves, to say, okay, I'm just going to be waiting for that weekly area of supply to get hit, and then from there I'll be looking for shorts, or I wait for this weekly area of demand to get hit, and then from there next week I'll be looking for longs. As simple as that. But overall, I mean, just such beautiful price action, and you can see it over here. Yesterday, I was able to profit on this FTMO account. So this is a live account with a buy on NZDUSD for around 2.8k profit. So the reason that the profit on this FTMO account is a little bit lower is because I have a 1% maximum risk on FTMO. So we took one loss first, and now we have a win. So that's for 2.7k. So this account is now 1.8k or 1.750 in profit. So I'm just going to park this account and get that 4k payouts. And then I have this Alpha Capital account as well with a gross P&L here of the equity and the balance are 107,375. So together, and then I have another position on another Alpha account, but together that's pretty much around a 10k payout. So that's what I'm looking for on euro dollar. Maybe some shorts soon, maybe some long soons, but let's have it develop. Now the dollar index, guys, my absolute favorite, my sunshine. We have reached my target of 1.05420, and we are back inside of this overall area of consolidation. Well, fantastic to see the overall weekly trend has been continuing its leg downwards, and we've been calling the top on the dollar since we tapped into that weekly supply zone. Now we can see here that we have a weekly fractal breakdown, or excuse me, this is not a weekly fractal breakdown, but after the retest of this overall supply zone, we have been pushing down lower again. So overall, I'm just following the dollar down lower and lower, and the only sign of a slowdown could be the daily now coming back in towards, for example, this area of demand over here to start to slow down. Then maybe see a pullback in towards this supply zone, but then again, I'll just be continuously looking for the further downtrend on the dollar, which I'm expecting for the upcoming quarter. We've seen similar price action to this in the past already, where we have an area of consolidation that we break out of, and then we start retracing back in. A good example was at the time over here where we had consolidation, we made a fake out top, and then we reversed all the way back down in towards the lows. And the same is pretty much here what I'm looking at, where we have consolidation, we fake out on the highs, and I'm now looking for that further dollar downside as well, which should be in line with cutting interest rates, which is what Trump wants to achieve. Okay, so for the dollar, still looking for the downside. Obviously, its move has been made for now, so I'm not really looking to scale in aggressively into new positions. But yeah, the dollar overall, if it should push further down lower. If it does retrace, then obviously you guys know what to look at, which is that area of supply. Going into Aussie dollar next, we can see that AUDUSD is pushing up higher. The overall swing position that I mentioned is playing out very beautifully. Overall here, I am still looking just for that further upside. We have liquidated the overall weekly swing low over here. We're at a monthly level of support as well, and I'm just simply looking for further and further upside overall here on the daily time frame. Here we had the fractal low break, and now we're just fractal bullish again. So I'm still just looking, this is kind of like a liquidation low, and I'm now just looking to trade the upside continuation, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, which is in line here with the overall weekly fractal structure. Again, high break, again, high break. Now this is your low, this is your high, and I'm now just looking to continue the overall trend after retracing into discount. So looking for more and more longs on AUDUSD. Again, a very, very nice position overall here on the AUDUSD last night, or during the Asian session, where we retraced back in towards this demand zone, and from there we continue flying. We still have all of these descending highs, which I'm looking to take out. So I'm still looking for that further upside on AUDUSD, and longs still have my favor. Let's just put it that way. So still only looking for longs on AUDUSD. Going into GBPUSD, GBPUSD has also hit my weekly target. As we can see over here, this weekly internal high has been hit exactly again as we wanted. So amazing to see. Now looking here at the daily time frame, I'm happy that I didn't get into any shorts here on this daily fractal break. It was more just a fake break to gain some liquidity, and I'm now simply looking for a pullback soon as we kind of near this area of consolidation over here, after which I'll be looking for somewhat of a pullback again back down, for example, into this demand zone, because as we know, the market will never just continue pushing up higher and higher, or what I just wait for is kind of like a minor correction, and then on the lower time frame some bullish confirmation again. But I'm only interested in GBPUSD buys as of now. Obviously the overall move has already happened again, so I'm not looking to still aggressively scale into longs. We're waiting now for the market to kind of like cool down. If you were in those moves yesterday or the day before, congratulations. Like myself, we made money, but now you need to understand is the time to sit back, relax, wait for the market to do its thing, wait for it to develop, and then we'll get into those new positions. Obviously NZDUSD the most beautiful position of them all. We called it here yesterday on the daily market outlook. The title of the video said it all as well. We called it as well on Monday. The fractal structure break, which happened over here, then this becomes your low, this becomes your high. Similar to AUDUSD, the market retraces into discount prices, and then from there it flies up higher. Again, we're here at a weekly level of support. So on the higher time frame, I do tend to use some support and resistance dynamics. And then if we go into the 4-hour time frame, we can again very clearly see that we had an overextended move down. We have all of these descending highs, and then over here, after grabbing the liquidity underneath this low, we get the 4-hour change of character, and then the fractal structure just remains bullish and pushes the market up higher and higher. There was also this scale in yesterday, which we discussed on the live stream as well, and now again very similar to AUDUSD, we tap into this demand zone and we shoot back up again. So if you wanted to get into another long position, you should have been in since this morning or since the Asian session, and now that we're reaching that daily area of supply, obviously it's going to get a little bit choppier, I expect, on NZDUSD, also with the dollar already making that overextended move. So I would not be surprised if we do see somewhat of a reaction again from this area of supply, but overall I am looking for further long positions on NZDUSD to start taking out all of those descending highs. Okay, last of all, we have gold. So on gold, I'm also looking for a long position. I want to see further upside from gold today. Expecting that further upside on the lower time frame. So I'm looking here at the 4-hour, and I've seen this many times on gold, where you see those V-shaped reversals just happen time and time again. And I'm now just looking for gold to start reaching and pushing in towards an all-time high. So what I'll be looking at are accumulation phases on the lower time frame, and what I'm now seeing here is that we're breaking out again. So what I now want to check in on here on the 30-minute time frame is pretty much just trading the overall breakout here in towards the highs. Is pretty much what I'm looking at this point in time. So looking for that further upside to trade gold back up in towards the all-time high. Okay, so looking for that further upside today on gold. No really need to overcomplicate it, just looking for further upside. So thanks guys for tuning in today. Wish you all a fantastic trading day. We're going to go live again for the New York session. I'll do an announcement inside Discord, and if you're interested in learning this exact trading strategy as well, click on the link down below and see you there.